Okay, so I'm going to tell this little story. A lot of the guys I work with, they like hearing some of these stories that I have. So, 1985, I'm a sophomore in high school, and I was really into thrash metal at the time. Iron Maiden, Motorhead, Megadeth, Anthrax, all those bands. I was just totally into it. And there was a local band around at the time called Leatherwolf that I really liked those guys, even especially when they had their original singer. They did this 3 guitar solo lead in some of their songs. They were just a really awesome band. I wish they would have went further than what they did, but whatever. And so Fender's Ballroom, Long Beach, California. It's no longer there, but I went to this gig. Poison, these guys right here. Of course, they weren't dressed like that. Then Leatherwolf, the band I really liked, and a band called Celtic Frost were playing this gig. So these guys come on and they start playing, but they weren't playing all those songs that made them famous or whatever. And but they were pretty cool. I was like, these guys ain't so bad. They're not bad. And they Brett Michaels, he had a trench coat on, but they weren't all glammed out. The other guys were just wearing jeans and t-shirts. And they were doing their songs, Towards the end of the gig, it was kind of weird that Brett Michaels was introducing the other guys in the band. And then that guy, CC DeVille, all at once, he goes up to the mic and says, "And I'm CC." And he's waving his arms around. I was like, well, that's kind of weird. And, but I was like, oh, whatever. And then, he's all, "We got one more for you, but I just want to remind everybody, we got this album coming out pretty soon." And he gave the date and everything. And I was like, oh, I might have to go check that out. It was a really cool gig, whatever. Afterwards, went home with my friends, and of course, I thought Leatherwolf jammed, which they did, and didn't think much about it. And so, I rode my bike up onto Whittier Boulevard when the day came, to this record store called Licorice Pizza. So I'm going to continue this in part 2.